Hi! So before Easter I promised you to make few videos about sourdough bread, and I never followed through, and Easter came and we gotten busy and all that stuff. So today I finally have a few minutes and I'm going to tell you and to show you how to make your own sourdough starter. I will post the entire recipe on the website so you can see, and if you wish to follow by yourself, but I will be making a video every day as we progress with the making of the sourdough starter. And just to begin with, I would like to tell you that I became enamored with sourdough bread making a few months ago, and when I tried to make my first sourdough starter, I tried to do it with the flour and water, and I was a little bit deceived by the way it behaved, and within 24 hours I had this huge activity going on in my starter, and I thought it was ready to be used for baking bread. And when I used it to bake bread, it never risen. So then I came across a wonderful recipe at breadtopia.com which used, instead of water, used pineapple juice to make the starter going. And the difference is that pineapple juice has a pH level that is very favorable to encourage these yeast bacteria that are present already in the flour to grow and blossom, and that's how you make your sourdough starter. I actually call that sourdough starter a recipe, a bulletproof recipe, because I can almost guarantee that anyone following these steps can make their own sourdough starter. So to begin with, we need flour, and I'm using the King Arthur flour, and it's a whole wheat flour. For the sourdough starter, is the best to use a whole grain flour. Some people are very successful using rye flour. I prefer to start it with a whole wheat flour, and the reason is that the whole wheat flour or rye flour or any kind of whole grain flour is not processed to the point where there's more chances that there's good bacteria and good yeast is present in this flour. So also you will need pineapple juice. I just use the brand that are available in probably your local grocery store, and you need 3.5 tablespoons of whole wheat flour and about 1/4 cup of pineapple juice. And all you need to do is to combine these two together, and with a little whisk mix them up. Just make a nice mix it up so it's all incorporated and all mixed. And I don't know if you can see on the camera how it looks, and that's it. You are made your first step in making sourdough starter. Now, the original recipe that I'm following asks for you to wait about 48 hours before you do anything else with the starter. I, however, will come back in about 24 hours to see whether the starter is doing anything. If you want to, during the course of the day or two, while it's sitting, come back to that starter and stir it so it gets more air incorporated into this mass, and just do it 2 or 3 times a day, and within 24 hours to 48 hours you will begin to see some activity. Again, the recipe says to wait 48 hours. I will come back and make another video in 24 hours. So if you made this step, congratulations, you made a first step towards making your own sourdough starter. Oops, I almost forgot something. Once you mix your mixture of pineapple juice and flour, you would want to cover it. You can use a cover like I'm using, just maybe cover it loosely, that has a little bit of room to breathe, so nothing can get into it. But I prefer something a little more simple than that, and I'm using a coffee filter and a rubber band. So what I do, I just cover it with a coffee filter and put the rubber band over it, and it has air to breathe and nothing will get into it.